All right, if you didn't shop till you dropped on Friday, then you can still take part in Small Business Saturday, how the community came together to support small businesses.
And we've had plenty of rain today, but now we're changing the tides to some potential winter weather. My forecast coming up.
And several high-profile trials start on Monday, including the trial of a man accused of killing an Ole Miss student, where the jury will come from in this retrial. It's 6 o'clock, and your ABC24 News starts now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on your ABC24 News at 6. I'm Ruben Diaz. It has been a rainy Saturday as we take a live look outside and get you an idea of what you can expect if you haven't been out of the house so far today. Sun is down, but the rain has still been going on off and on, it seems like, most of the day. Now, I'm not a meteorologist, but luckily we have one in-house. Chief Meteorologist Trevor Jett here to get you caught up on how much rain we saw and kind of the temperature change we can expect. Trevor?
Yeah, it's been a pretty slow and steady rain through the day today. A cold rain, too. Temperatures only in the 40s. We are still seeing the rain now as we come up to 6 o'clock, but we'll start to see that clear on out here over the next couple of hours. There's a live look out from Midtown toward downtown to the M Bridge. You see some of the rain still falling out there. And again, it is a cold rain. 45 degrees right now. Winds out of the northwest at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Mainly lighter showers as we expected. And a lot of those now are east of the river. So we're starting to clear out now in eastern Arkansas. In Memphis, this rain should start to wrap up here in the next little bit. And then certainly overnight tonight, that rain is going to wrap up. It'll be done by midnight, and then after that, we get cooler all the way down to 33 degrees for your low tonight. And then we're back to the sunshine tomorrow. It is going to be a cool day tomorrow. High temperature only 42 with that sunshine. The next big weather story comes in on Monday, though. You might have heard about it. There's a potential of some winter weather. I don't think it's a big deal, but some of us could see a little bit of a rain, sleet mix. Notice I didn't say snow. We do not expect that, but some of those small sleet pellets could mix in with the rain at times Monday into Monday night. We'll talk about who has the best chance to see that wintry weather and how much of an impact it's going to have on your travel plans and those roadways. It's in my full forecast here in just a couple of minutes. Ruben.
All right, thanks a lot, Trevor. Now, this evening, Memphis police are searching for a suspect involved in a shooting on the interstate. You're taking a live look right now at the interstate. You can see the traffic backed up. It has been backed up for close to 2 hours at this point in time. This happened near the I-240 and 385 interchange around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Again, this traffic has been impacted ever since this first was reported. The victim is expected to be okay, but police are searching for a man in a gray pickup truck. If you have any information about this, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Taking a look now around the community, some lucky drivers in Whitehaven and Westwood got the chance to grab some free gas today. Now, this is all thanks to up-and-coming star E.J. Jones. Now, you had to be quick, though, because the free gas went to the first 100 people who showed up at the Grizzly Mart on Horn Lake Road. He also performed his new hit song, Gas Station Love, very appropriate, obviously, for the captive audience. Hundreds of people lined up down the streets to take advantage of the free gas. All right, let's take a look now at the economy right here in Memphis. Today is Small Business Saturday, which is a day to shop small businesses right here in your area. The African Place has been in business in Uptown for 16 years at their current location. It's actually going on 26 years worth of selling goods from throughout Africa and beyond to the community. Now, they sell everything from jewelry to skincare, books, sculptures, clothing, and so much more. They believe today is a good way to encourage people to explore businesses that they might not have known about or places that you may have always wanted to check out.
We bring awareness to our communities. We talk to our communities. We're able to hear their voices in our communities. So having a day like this that kind of spotlights the small businesses is great for us as well as the community to kind of let people know that we are here and we're giving back and we're giving thanks. And we're also thankful for the outreach from the communities.
Now, according to the Memphis Chamber of Commerce, there are more than 136,000 small businesses in the metro area, making up 98.9% of total businesses in the area. About 230,000 of our neighbors are employed at a small business. That's about 40% of the workforce. Holiday shopping kicked off looking a little different this year in Shelby County after a deadly shooting at Wolf Chase Mall just weeks ago. Shoppers tell us they noticed a much stronger law enforcement presence. Now, the Shelby County Sheriff's Office launched their holiday safety initiative to keep people protected as they search for those deals. ABC24's Desmond Nugent spoke to shoppers on if they feel safer.
Operation Jingle Bells is underway now through December 26th. Shoppers tell me they can feel a difference. Some say they weren't even aware of the recent violence because of the increased security made them feel more at ease.
Wolf Chase Mall is full of people jump-starting their holiday shopping. Aaron Hicks came out this Black Friday for a new pair of Jordans and says the energy felt safe.
I like to say probably make you feel a lot safer, man, when you got people around you trying to protect you, for sure.
Hicks tells me he did notice members of the National Guard inside the mall, but was unaware of last week's deadly shooting at Wolf Chase.
Man, that's awful. Prayers to, all the families involved. That's terrible.
The Shelby County Sheriff's Office says that heightened security is intentional. It's part of Operation Jingle Bells, a yearly holiday patrol that runs from November 28th through December 26th. This year, deputies are teaming up with the National Guard to cover even more shopping areas.
We're looking for large groups of people who might be looking through cars, looking to break in a vehicle. We're looking for vehicles that, look like they're casing the shopping areas. So anything that stands out, our deputies are going to be looking for it.
Lieutenant Grantham says mall traffic is up and they're out in extreme force to keep criminals away, especially around closing time.
If it's late in the evening during the end of the shopping times and there's a car driving through a parking lot with no lights on, hey, we're going to stop that car and figure out, why you're driving around with no lights on, because usually people that are doing that are not trying to bring exposure to themselves.
Shoppers like Shetlin Malone tell me the extra police presence made her feel more comfortable, not just inside stores, but walking back to her car.
I actually saw some of the National Guards over at Target, and I actually felt safe when I walked in and walked out because I saw them going in, I saw them coming out.
Malone believes people who work hard should shop in peace and have their belongings protected by police.
Kind of consider that we work hard for the things that we do have, and just show more love, maybe.
Once again, Operation Jingle Bells goes from November 28th through December 26th. The Sheriff's Office says if you see anything suspicious while shopping, you're urged to call them right away. In the studio, I'm Desmond Nugent.
Studies show more people will use buy now, pay later apps to cover their cyber purchases this year. And these programs contribute $2 billion more to online shopping compared to last year. While it offers much more flexibility, experts warn these programs are far less forgiving. The catch of higher than normal interest rates can lead to higher overall spending down the line. Cyber Monday is right around the corner. While everyone loves a good deal, scammers love a good scam. We want to let you know about a few ways you can protect yourself online when it comes to those deals. Make sure you verify that online stores are genuine. If you're not sure, double check with the Better Business Bureau first. Buy gifts with a credit card rather than a debit card. You see, credit cards tend to have better fraud protection. And if a deal sounds too good to be true, then it likely is. Scammers can use AI to easily replicate a company's logo and slap it on a fake advertisement. Also, strengthen your password and enable dual-factor authentication to confirm your purchases through text or email. Coming up, we have new details on the man accused of gunning down 2 National Guard troops in D.C. Learn why officials say he was highly vetted before he entered the country. This evening, we're learning more about the man accused of shooting 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C., killing one of them. 29-year-old Ramila Lakhanwal was formerly an operative at the Central Intelligence Agency. He worked with spies in Afghanistan as part of a team that hunted the Taliban and al-Qaeda. According to Afghan Evac, which is a nonprofit that works with Afghans on special immigration visas, Lakhanwal started working in an elite counterintelligence unit operated by the CIA 14 years ago. His unit was known as Scorpion Forces. After a decade of counterterrorism operations on behalf of the U.S. government, he entered the U.S. legally in 2021. He then entered under humanitarian parole as part of the Biden administration's Operation Allies Welcome. After the country fell to the Taliban after more than 20 years of occupation, his unit actually provided security around Kabul International Airport as Americans withdrew from the country. This past April, the husband and father of 5 was granted asylum under the Trump administration. In May, the Trump administration ended the temporary protected status for people who fled Afghanistan, ending protections, work authorizations, and beginning the process of deportations back to Afghanistan. Now, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has announced that the U.S. is cutting federal tax-based benefits for undocumented immigrants. He claims he is acting on orders from President Trump to reserve the programs for U.S. citizens only. The move affects programs like the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Additional Child Tax Credit. The Treasury Department is expected to propose new regulations to clarify eligibility. This comes in the wake of the president ordering asylum cases approved under President Biden to be re-examined. Records show more than 2 million immigrants are awaiting asylum decisions or hearings. President Trump also announced he intends to grant a full pardon to former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez. In 2022, Hernandez was extradited from Honduras and sentenced to 45 years in a U.S. prison on drug trafficking charges. He was found guilty of taking millions of dollars in bribes for protecting U.S.-bound cocaine shipments. He was the president of the country from 2014 until 2022. The pardon comes on the eve of Honduran presidential elections. President Trump is backing Hernandez's ally, who is the Conservative National Party candidate. And President Trump ramping up the pressure on his declared fight against drug cartels in the Caribbean. In a social media post addressed to all airlines, pilots, drug dealers, and human traffickers, the president announced the airspace above and surrounding Venezuela should be considered closed. ABC's senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is in the West Palm Beach area near Mar-a-Lago, where the president is spending the holiday weekend.
President Trump is declaring that the airspace above and around Venezuela should be considered closed in its entirety. The president making a post today addressing it to, quote, all airlines, pilots, drug dealers, and human traffickers. But Trump is giving no details on what U.S. action could follow. But this week, during a call with service members on Thanksgiving, the president suggested that land operations against alleged drug traffickers in Venezuela could begin, quote, very soon. This comes just days after the FAA warned major airlines of a potentially hazardous situation over Venezuela, pointing to worsening security conditions and increased military activity. Since then, 6 international carriers have suspended flights to Caracas. All of this comes as President Trump has been ramping up military pressure in Venezuela with a massive show of force in the Caribbean Sea. Since September, the U.S. has conducted at least 20 strikes on what it says are suspected drug boats, killing at least 80 people, though the administration has not provided any public evidence that those killed were actually smuggling drugs. Selena Wang, ABC News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
All right, you're taking a live look outside right now on this Saturday afternoon. It has been rainy most of the day. We'll have a full check of your forecast right after this.
As expected, a rainy Saturday. We had showers start this morning. They've continued through most of the afternoon and the evening. Still seeing some rain now, but this is kind of the back edge of it. These rain showers are really going to start to wrap up here in the next couple of hours. You see them starting to move off to the east. Still some light rain, mist and drizzle now in Memphis and down into North Mississippi, also through parts of West Tennessee. But again, over the next few hours, this should really wrap up. Really by midnight, I think most of the rain is done. Certainly by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, that rain is going to be out of here. So showers end by midnight tonight. After that, though, a cold front comes through. Temperatures will drop. Many of us actually end up around freezing tonight, so it is going to be chilly. And we'll stay chilly for Sunday. Temperatures barely get into the 40s, so it is going to be a chilly afternoon tomorrow. We will be sunny and dry. No chance of rain for Sunday. Winds a little breezy also out of the north at around 15 miles an hour. Monday, that's when our next storm system comes in. That one could be a little interesting. We're going to have some rain showers come in, but it will be cold enough that at least some of us could see a little bit of sleet mix in before we get back to the sunshine on Tuesday. So let's talk about this weather impact here. We're going to time it out hour by hour. This is Monday morning at 10 a.m. Could have a few light rain showers in North Mississippi, but I think most of the rain comes in Monday afternoon into Monday evening. So by 3 p.m., rain showers move in on Monday. Notice your temperatures above freezing, so this will be all rain to start. Monday evening, though, Monday night, we get some cooler air that moves in up in the atmosphere. Notice at the surface, we are all still above freezing, but late Monday night, it could be cold enough just in the atmosphere that we could get some sleet pellets or maybe a couple of snowflakes to mix in with the rain, mainly north of Memphis. There's 2 a.m. Tuesday, still some rain, sleet mix coming down. Again, notice your temperatures. The ground is still above freezing and will stay above freezing until the rain actually completely ends. We do dip just below freezing for a couple of minutes Tuesday morning, and then once the sun comes up Tuesday, temperatures quickly climb closer to 40. So this is not a snow situation. Really, I do not expect snow. We're not going to look like this. This is what we're going to see, those tiny little ice pellets that fall down and make a lot of noise. I would take that any day over the freezing rain, which I do not expect. If anything, it's going to be those little bitty sleet pellets that come down. And really, it will not happen everywhere. Most of us are going to see pretty much all rain Monday and Monday night. That's the case for Memphis and the metro. There could be some sleet pellets that mix in for Memphis and North Mississippi, but for us, I think it's mainly rain Monday and Monday night. Now, north of Memphis, north of Interstate 40, that's where we could see a little bit of that rain-sleet mix pick up, and that is where temperatures could get a little bit cooler by Tuesday morning. So there is a potential, at least a low potential, early Tuesday morning for a couple of slick spots way off to the north of Memphis. Overall, I don't expect a major impact at all. Like I said, temperatures are above freezing for most of this, so any sleet that falls should melt pretty quickly. But again, for a brief period Tuesday morning, we could get down to near freezing. And again, a couple of slick spots possible in northeast Arkansas, northwest Tennessee. Overall, I don't think this is a big deal. This is not anything to write home about. Most of us are actually going to see almost all rain. There could be some sleet at times, but the best chance of that would be north of Memphis, and still major impacts are not expected. Temperatures just will not be quite cold enough to cause major issues. But Monday evening, Monday night, rain could mix with some sleet. Don't let that surprise you. We get right to 32 Tuesday morning and then quickly climb back. So that's why I'm not too worried about this. 40 degrees with sunshine Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, temperatures get closer to 50. We'll be dry for the middle of the week, but expect another round of some rain on Friday. Looking dry for next weekend. Highs in the 50s and good weather for the St. Jude Marathon.
We have some continuing coverage of high-profile trials in the area. The retrial of the man accused of killing Ole Miss student Jimmy J. Lee starts on Monday in Canton with jury selection. Timothy Harrington Jr. will face a new jury at the Lafayette County Courthouse in Oxford. That will be once opening statements begin. His first trial ended in a hung jury last December. Prosecutors believe Harrington killed Lee in Oxford in 2022. The state has said it will not seek the death penalty. Harrington has maintained his innocence. Jury selection will begin Monday morning at 9 a.m. And the federal trial for a Memphis gynecologist accused of health care fraud and misusing medical devices also begins on Monday. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar is charged with doing unnecessary procedures and reusing medical devices meant for one-time use. Prosecutors believe the jury deserves to hear the entire story. That trial is expected to last around 18 days. Now, earlier this month, Kumar's attorneys filed a motion to have dozens of charges dismissed, saying some of them are too vague to hold up in court. Now, Dr. Kumar has been seeing patients at a clinic on Poplar Avenue. As a reminder, the deadline for neighbors who need assistance keeping the heat on this winter only have until tomorrow to apply for that help. MLGW is offering a way for people 60 and older or those with qualifying disabilities to avoid disconnection if they get behind on their utility bills this season. Bills will still be due, but utilities stay on regardless through December, January, and February for the winter moratorium. All right, we're taking another live look outside. It looks like a raindrop on our camera right there. A little bit of wetness all in the area. We're going to have one more check your forecast right after this quick break.
Well, this rain's going to get on out of here tonight. By the time you wake up tomorrow, we are sunny and dry. It's going to be a chilly Sunday, though, high of 42. Monday, a day to watch, high of 39. We're going to have some rain showers come in Monday evening into Monday night. For most of us, that's all it's going to be. It's going to be some rain, maybe a few sleet pellets mix in. But if you live north of Memphis, north of Interstate 40, I'm talking about Dyersburg, Blytheville, Missouri Boot Heel, they could see a little more sleet, maybe some snow mix in. The thing is, though, temperatures not expected to get too much below freezing. So we're not expecting major impacts. I don't expect icing on the roadways. I don't really even expect any accumulation. But again, rain showers with some sleet mixing in Monday evening and Monday night. We're back to 40 Tuesday. So again, this is really not going to be a big deal. And again, in Memphis, it's pretty much almost going to be all rain. 49 on Wednesday, 48 Thursday, dry for the middle of the week. Another round of showers by Friday.
All right, kids, you're going to school Monday is what he's basically saying.
Looks like it, yeah.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back here at 10 o'clock.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 24 Plus app everywhere you stream.